Many women come to me when they already know the answer is no, but they still hear themselves saying yes. Yes to things they don't want. Yes to conversations they don't have the energy for. Yes to requests that cost them peace. Yes to people who have already taken too much from them. They often tell me, "I knew I should have said no." That moment is important. It reveals something very vital. Saying no is rarely just about the moment in front of you. It's often tied to something much deeper. Fear, conditioning, survival. Today, we're talking about why saying no can feel so hard, even when you mean it, and why no may be one of the most powerful words in the language of sovereignty. So be my guest, grab your favorite beverage, and settle in with me as we go deeply and explore why saying no feels so hard, even when you mean it.
Becoming the magnificence in me, empowered, strong, and gracefully, with poise and elegance, I can see I am who I was born to be.
Welcome to Becoming, Conversations in Elegance and Empowerment, a sanctuary for women who desire to live with purpose, grace, and quiet confidence. I'm Sine Singer, your host, author, and transformation guide. Gentlemen are welcome to listen in, but this space is intentionally crafted for the elegant woman becoming all she's meant to be. If this conversation resonates and you'd like focused private support, I invite you to explore private coaching. You can find more information anytime at becomingpublishing.com. Now, let's step into today's topic. No is a simple word. 2 letters, 1 syllable, 1 complete sentence. Still, for many people, it feels almost impossible to say. Not because they don't know what they want. Not because they don't feel the discomfort. They do. They feel it deeply. They often feel it in their body before their mind catches up. A heaviness in the chest, a lump in the throat, a tightness in the stomach, restlessness, agitation. I know those signals well. There have been times in my life when I ignored them. I overrode them. I explained them away. I talked myself out of what I knew. Eventually, I started noticing something. When my body reacted that strongly, something was usually off. That became one of my clearest signals. A friend of a friend used to say, "If it don't feel right, it ain't right." Simple, accurate, wise. I've said for years, what part of no don't you understand, the N or the O? Sometimes with humor, sometimes with frustration. But the truth underneath it is serious. In my book, Becoming Lavishly Loving, I share a concept I call the kingdom framework. It's a way of understanding boundaries, access, and emotional sovereignty. Every person has an inner kingdom. That's especially important for women to realize. Every healthy kingdom has public spaces outside the castle walls. This is public access. It primarily consists of strangers, acquaintances, and people who know of you but do not know you. There is no emotional entitlement in this layer, no special access. People here get to peek through the castle gates to see what you're doing, like on social media or in a casual conversation in a social setting, but they don't get to know your goals, dreams, plans, or private opinions. They don't get to see you at your worst. They haven't earned that right and will only use it against you. Then there are the castle grounds. This space consists inside the castle walls and outside the castle. It is reserved for those who have been properly vetted and observed. This is limited access. People here are close enough for you to observe, close enough to engage with you, not close enough to fully influence you. The people in this area are on a need-to-know basis. And not everyone needs to know all your business. This is where discernment happens. Patterns are exposed here. Character is revealed here. Next is inside the castle. This is where only those very few people who have proven they are safe and trustworthy may enter. This is protected access. Trusted relationships, safe people, often called your inner circle, often consisting of family members, but not always. People allowed here are the ones who have proven over time they consistently have your best interest at heart and will support and encourage you. This is intimacy, not necessarily romantic, relational intimacy. Finally, there's the throne room. This is the most sacred space. This is where you keep your crown on and stay on your throne, the center of sovereignty, identity, emotional regulation, self-governance, inner knowing. No one sits there but you. People may be invited near it, but only you govern it. That's the distinction. This place is home to the elegant woman's mind, heart, body, dreams and goals, peace, time, energy, and emotional world. The castle walls exist for one reason: to protect what is valuable inside. That's a vitally important concept that I've only guided clients through until now. The walls are not there to keep love or people out, but they are there to make sure only safe love and safe people get into your life. Healthy boundaries are the castle walls, not cold walls, not isolating walls. Walls that promote order in the kingdom. Walls with gates. Gates that serve as filters. They determine who gets access, how much access they get, how long they stay, whether they move closer or whether they stay outside or even get banished to the outer realms of the kingdom. Not everyone belongs in every layer. Some belong outside the castle walls. These include tourists, peasants, acquaintances, strangers, and haters. Some belong on the castle grounds. These are people who have been observed, vetted, and watched. When I was a member of a former First Lady's White House press pool for an event, I had to supply all my personal information and go through a background check before I was ever approved to step foot at the venue in proximity of her. You are that precious and deserve the same scrutiny of anyone who approaches you, romantically or otherwise. Only a very few belong inside the castle. Only the safest belong near the throne room. That's where the crown sits. That's where your sovereignty lives. That's where your deepest hopes, dreams, and emotions are given free rein, and only people who have proven to be safe and for you are allowed in that sacred space. No is one of the ways you guard the gates. That's why it feels powerful. It governs access. I invite you to stay with me because next we're going to explore the scientific research that supports this theory and why saying no can be so hard for some people. If this conversation is resonating and you recognize yourself in what we're discussing, I invite you to apply for private coaching. I work privately with a small number of women each season who are ready to rebuild confidence, strengthen emotional boundaries, and make clear decisions in life and love. This is structured, focused work, not surface motivation. If you're navigating heartbreak or life transitions and you want grounded private support, you can apply at becomingpublishing.com. I personally review every application. I know that I'm not the only person on the planet who has struggled with saying no and setting and enforcing healthy boundaries. Many of my clients have had the same struggle, although I've seen it more prevalently in my female clients. Dr. Stephen Porges teaches in polyvagal theory that the nervous system is constantly scanning for safety or danger. This happens automatically, before thought, before reasoning, before words. If your system learned that saying no created punishment, rejection, or abandonment, saying no can feel dangerous. Not uncomfortable, dangerous. That's an important distinction to take note of. Trauma therapist Pete Walker described the fawn response as a survival adaptation. This is where people appease, accommodate, overgive, and people please. Not from love, from fear. Melanie Beattie gave a good explanation of boundary setting in her book Beyond Codependency. Quote, "Boundaries are limits that say, this is how far I shall go. This is what I will or won't do for you. This is what I won't tolerate." End quote. That's clarity, not cruelty. The elegant woman understands this. She also recognizes that she's a treasure and deserves the protection boundaries provide. Doctors Henry Cloud and John Townsend teach in their book Safe People that boundaries are our spiritual and emotional property lines. They help keep good things in and bad things out. That aligns perfectly with my kingdom framework. Castle walls, gates, filters, protection. Let me clearly say this. There is nothing wrong with wanting to share your life, hopes, dreams, plans, emotions, or even finances with other people. It's just imperative that you be very particular with whom you do these things. No one should get automatic admission, and everyone should be constantly evaluated to see if they are still worthy of being on the castle grounds or inside the castle. There have been so many times in my life when I trusted the wrong people. They seemed trustworthy in the beginning, caring, supportive, encouraging, until it became very clear that they weren't for me at all. That's when they had to be dismissed and banished from my castle grounds altogether before they burned my castle down. Some did, but I rebuilt it even better than before. But if I had enforced healthy boundaries from the beginning, I probably could have avoided going through all that internal work. The doctors Cloud and Townsend also explained that injured boundaries often create fear through aggressive control, passive control, guilt messages, and limitlessness. That explains why saying no often creates backlash. Not because you're wrong. It happens because the old system is being disrupted. People who benefited from unrestricted access often protest when access changes. Unsafe people often reveal themselves by how they react when access is limited. That's one of the clearest tests. Quote, I will send love, but I will remove myself physically from their presence because I am too divine and significant to be the subject of any abuse, Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote in his book, Real Magic. That's sovereignty, love without surrender, distance without hatred, protection without apology. If this conversation is helping you recognize where your gates or castle walls may need strengthening, the Clarity Reset was created for moments like this. You can learn more at becomingpublishing.com. I invite you to stay with me because next we're going to put all this into practice so you can take these concepts and integrate them into your kingdom. Many of the ideas we're exploring this season are expanded on in my newest book, Becoming Lavishly Loving, available on Spotify, my website, and most online booksellers. It explores intuition, emotional boundaries, and protecting your inner world with elegance. For women who are ready to apply this work in real time, not just understand it intellectually, I offer a private 3-month coaching container where we rebuild confidence and clarity from the inside out. You can learn more and apply at becomingpublishing.com. So, what does saying no and setting and enforcing healthy boundaries look like in real life? Here are a few things I invite you to consider. Number 1. Pause before answering. Not every request deserves immediate access. Space creates clarity. Allow yourself to sleep on it and see how you feel the next morning. Until you make a decision, tell the other person that you'll consider it, sleep on it, or pray about it to give yourself the time and space you need to make the right decision for you. Number 2, listen to your body. Your body often knows first. I encourage you to pay attention. That heaviness in your chest, that lump in your throat, that tension in your neck and shoulders, those signals are important warning signs. It's your body telling you that something isn't right and you need to go to your kingdom within to find the answers. Number 3, ask yourself where the person belongs. Outside the walls, on the grounds, inside the castle, near the throne, banished to the outer edge of the kingdom where they can't know that you even exist. This question changes everything. I ask it often with clients who are experiencing issues with anyone in their lives. Access should match trust. Number 4, use simple, complete sentences. No. That doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. That won't be possible. These responses are simple, clear, complete. The elegant woman does not over-explain her gates. Number 5, expect resistance. This is important. People who benefited from your lack of boundaries may not like your new ones. That does not mean the boundaries are wrong. It often means they were needed. Dr. Phil always said, "You teach people how to treat you." That's true. Consistency teaches. Saying no teaches. Boundaries teach. The elegant woman understands that boundaries are not punishments. They are protection. They are stewardship. They are the walls that protect what is valuable inside. Your peace, your becoming, your crown, your throne. Many women come to me when they know what they need to say, but fear what will happen if they say it. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Is anything in this conversation speaking to you? If so, I'm beyond honored to be part of your discovery process. If you've been quietly returning to these conversations, I invite you to follow the show on whichever platform you use so these moments can meet you when you need them. If you found something enlightening in this episode, be my guest and share it with your fabulous friends who could benefit from these conversations. If you're interested in private coaching or the Clarity Reset session, you can get all the details and book your session at becomingpublishing.com. I'm also available for guest appearances and conversations with podcasters, women's organizations, and community leaders. If this episode spoke to your heart, I invite you to explore my latest book, Becoming Lavishly Loving. It's available on Spotify, Audible, most online booksellers, and you can get autographed copies and exclusive bundles in my online store at becomingpublishing.com. I'll leave you with this reminder. No is not rejection. Sometimes it's protection. You are a treasure and deserve to be protected. Keep your crown on and stay on your throne. This is where awareness begins to become something more. Thank you so much for spending time with me on Becoming Conversations in Elegance and Empowerment. If something in today's conversation spoke to you and deeper focused support feels right, I invite you to explore private coaching at becomingpublishing.com. Until next time, stay elegant, stay empowered.
Becoming the magnet.